Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my lecturer, Sir Effendi, we are from Group 10 would like to present about business model in the era of 21st century. A strategy should Malaysian companies to follow. There is a group member of Group 10, starting from me, FAIZ AIMAN bin ALIAS. The next one is MOHAMAD AZIZUL HAKIM bin MOHAMAD RASIDI. No AZWANA binti Muhammad ASRI. NURAQILAH DAHIYAH binti ZALMANN. And the last one is TING.
Hi sir, I am Ting, metric number B0620101147. Today I am going to present about the introduction of our topic. Humans live in an increasingly even unpredictable global commercial environment, which make making judgment tough. Many organizations on the other hand keep relying on a management system created for a previous pre-internet period in the year 1980s. It is required to purchase new equipment. So we'll begin by identifying business model, which is a wide term that contains several components and also is frequently misunderstood by terms and definitions like strategy, structure, and so on. After that, we'll apply such business concepts to work at both existing and new business models. We'll design notions like value and audience interaction. The business model can be viewed as just a collection of interactions that contribute to the creation of wealth and hence as the engine and framework that drive a company's whole operations. As a result, good business models should maximize value and provide a holistic and effective structure for day-to-day business process. Most significantly, they should represent their clients' motivations and ideas. That what distinguishes a modernized market research business model from a traditional manufacturing or sales price one. It's fundamentally a conceptual rather than a financial representation of a company. It's a system that defines how an organization's strategy and business component interact to generate profit. It includes standard elements of a strategy review as well as infrastructure, core capabilities, and financial consideration. Besides, it also provides statistics and other evidence on how a company develops and delivers values to customers while also demonstrating the logic of the business architecture. It also denies the costs and revenues associated with providing the value. A business model is a broader interpretation of a traditional business strategy. It is also the starting point of putting an organization's strategy into action through structures, process, and system. Finally, a business model's heart is how it provides value to clients, gets them to pay for it, and convert those payments into profit. So what is the objective of this topic? The rate of change in the digital era is far too rapid and survival is the primary objective. Every great idea requires the right time and the right people to come to fruition. If an invention or breakthrough is to have the full impact that its potential promise, the appropriate business, social, and economic condition must be in place. Every revolution idea necessitates the right actor to bring it to life, as well as the right interpretation to captivate the audience and take flight. So, why it is important to study about this topic? First, investors who found development or acquisition of businesses know what to look for and how to evaluate businesses with 21st century threats. Second, corporate development manager and strategy buyer know what to look for when sourcing potential acquisition. Third, CEOs and directors in the 21st century are aware of the information that must be communicated to investors. And fourth, corporate finance specialists understand how to bring value to their sales like private placements, clients, as well as investors and acquirers. That is all from me. Thank you.
Literature review. This business streamline their workforce and increase the distribution of company profit to shareholder by using a downsize and distribute allocation management strategy. In this statistic of the current situation of the world business model for Europe vehicle sales record a significant decline in 2020 compared to the previous year. However, according to report from the ZEW Leibniz Center for Euro Economic Research, in January, German economic sentiment rose more than expected due to the economic uncertainty due to the tide movement. And lastly, business investment commitment in Singapore company record the highest data in a close. Literature review in Malaysia. Malaysia manufacturing industry sale increased by 50.3% to 140.7 billion ringgit Malaysia from the same month for the previous year in October 2021. The sale value climbed by 4% month over month. Next, for salaries and salaries pay were 7,522.8 million ringgit Malaysia in October 2021, up 4.4% or 317.3 million ringgit Malaysia from the same month the previous year. Meanwhile, in October 2021, the average salary and compensation per employee were 3,357 ringgit.
Assalamualaikum, my name is NURAQILAH ZALMANN. I would like to present about information available in internet about the strategy Malaysian company that should follow in 21st century. Malaysian businesses in the 21st century must employ a combination of leadership and differentiation tactics to be competitive. Otherwise, they will be disrupted and will need to constantly innovate to stay ahead of the competitions. The key to quick development will be focusing on new target groups and expanding into emerging areas. The most crucial core skills for high growth are saving pricing strategies to stay current and give timely new product releases. First, information available in internet is from World Trade Organization (WTO). Malaysia has formed company with aspect of the service sector. The Malaysian government has created AZMAD. The Malaysian government has created an AZMAD different measure to increase the competitiveness of Malaysia's service firm. The second is from United Nations for Commerce and Trade (UNCTAD). The strategy is automation and robotic technology. The third from Malaysia MITI. Third industry master plan provide 10 methods to boost Malaysia economy and firm competitiveness in order to achieve version 2020. Next, we go to the 5 genre of related issue about strategy Malaysia company in 21st century. Okay, first journal by Encik Ashfaq Muhammad in 2020. The title is International Journal of Psychosocial Rehabilitation. The first journal is a business model in Malaysia. SMEs is to defend themselves against rising competition in the business. Malaysia SME firm owner and managers have focused heavily on cost management technique. The second journal is from Encik Nasir, Encik Al-Mamun and Brin J. The title is Strategy, Orientation and Performance of SMEs in Malaysia. Innovation success has a mediating influence. Innovation success is explicitly used by Becker and Singula in 2009 as a mediating variable between entrepreneurial orientation and firm performance. The third journal is IAES, International Journal of Artificial Intelligence. And the article is talk about AI and digital marketing are increasingly interconnected. The next journal is Journal of Business Management and Accounting. The journal is talking about growth of entrepreneurship, and the last journal is by Puan Sumaya dan Encik Rosli in 2011. The title is African Journal of Business Management. They categorize 42 companies of various business model, part of building section across 12 classifications.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad AZIZUL Hakim bin Muhammad RASIDI. I will be presenting an article in a magazine related to our chosen title, which is Business Models in the Era of 21st Century, what strategy Malaysian company should follow. The first article is Towards Industry 4.0, Triggering Real Innovation and Real Results for Malaysian Business. This article recaps that Industry 4.0 will trigger real innovation and real results for Malaysian business, especially in the 21st century. In Malaysia, the government has allocated RM 210 million to develop Industry 4.0, which emphasizes the needs to automate manufacturing processes and drive business innovations. By 2025, our Prime Minister also expects the country to be among the 30 countries in the Global Innovation Index. Currently, Malaysia is ranked 35 on the index. The second article is entitled Mr. DIY started to become one of the largest company in Malaysia. This article tells about the strategy used by Mr. DIY has made the company one of the largest company in Malaysia. To that end, Mr. DIY only in strategy place and become the focus of the public to make it easier for people to buy their goods. For example, Mr. DIY partner with hypermarkets such as Aeon and Tesco to open their business branches in well-known shopping malls. Their purpose is to create public awareness of their business. The second strategy is Mr. DIY has a database of product that their customers like and use the database to open new branches. It has made the strategy very effective and managed to grow their business quickly. The third article is entitled Ramli Step into the Digital Era. In this article, tells about the Ramli Group or Ramli Burger stepping into the digital era and transforming its business with Hong Leong Islamic Bank. This transformation is part of Ramli effort to ensure their business meets the demands of the digital economy and the cashless society in Malaysia. This collaborative effort will further enhance the strength of the halal business community in an era where company needs to adapt their business towards the industrial revolution 4.0. Ramli, one of the popular local halal food brands, as the bank key partner, marks an important moment in our journey to support the halal industry and become a leader in Islamic digital banking in Malaysia. The fourth article titled PG Malls Business Model Give Consumer the Opportunity to Generate Income. In this article, talking about the business model used by PG Malls through the founder and managing director of PG Malls, Datuk Wira Louis Ng, say consummation is an economic partnership approach that involves three parties, namely PG Malls as a platform provider, merchant who sell products, and buyers. He added that the company unique business model has shared for the first time to open up opportunity for the community to generate mutual income. Shopper on the PG Mall platform not only invest money to shop but can enjoy various benefits such as lower price offers, voucher, free shipping costs, and most attractive lifetime cashback by simply introducing new buyers.
Now we are going to the last part. The last part is a book. One book that we found that tell about the business model is a business model innovation in the era of the Internet of Things. One statement that we take is at the dawn of the 21st century, the phrase business model become a buzzword in a variety of business contexts. The function of business model as an intermediating force stimulating company strategy and process in a widespread high-level notion. Business model which have their roots predominantly in the e-business sector have been more important to economists and practitioners since their inception. Assalamualaikum, sir. My name is Ahmad FAIZ AIMAN bin ALIAS. My metric number is B0620101131. Now we continue to a conclusion. In a conclusion, a business model is a high-level plan for profitably operating a business in a specific marketplace. A primary component of the business model is the value proposition. This is a description of the goods or service that a company offers and why they are desirable to customers or clients. Ideally, said in a way that differentiates the product or service from its competitors. A new enterprise business model should also cover project startup costs and financing sources. The target customer base for the business, marketing strategy, a review of the competition, and projection of revenues and expenses. The plan may also define opportunities in which the business can partner with other established companies. For example, the business model for an advertising business may identify benefits from an arrangement for referrals to ad from a printing company. Okay, successful business have business model that allow them to fulfill client needs at a competitive price and a sustainable cost. Over time, many businesses revise their business models from time to time to reflect changing business environment and market demand. Lastly, when evaluating a company as a possible investment, the investor should find out exactly how it makes its money. This means looking through the company's business model. Admittedly, the business model may not tell you everything about a company's prospect, but the investor who understands the business model can make better sense of the financial data. That's all a presentation for Group 10 about business model in the era of 21st century. A strategy should Malaysian companies to follow, and thank you.